Hi, the purpose of this video is to really take a recap over how far we've come as a business. And I want you to look at this video and just draw a line in the sand if you've been in the business a while. And if you're brand new, please watch on, because what follows, the information that follows, is quite mind-blowing. And I want you to be really careful in how you think about the content of this video and how you can use this information to really create an amazing future. And I want to talk to you about the doTERRA business opportunity. And it is an amazing opportunity. And I don't normally indulge in hype, or I don't need to exaggerate what's available, but it is incredible to think about how far we've come in a couple of years as a business, as a team. We have one of the fastest growing teams in Europe. We have fantastic systems, which you'll see in a second, in place, which will enable you, even if you've just joined today and you're seeing this video as a brand new person, I think that'd be fantastic, because what I'm going to show you will absolutely demonstrate to you that what you've got in your hands is amazing. But what does it take to make the most of the doTERRA business opportunity? Just to recap, in case you haven't seen this before, the incomes that people are earning in this business are pretty staggering, and we don't need to spend too much time on that, except to say that it is probably going to be the only time in your lifetime that you get an opportunity where you could earn the type of incomes that are being made in doTERRA. And these incomes are being made right now, even by people in this team. I reached the platinum level after 14 months, an income of over 5,000 a month. We have Peter Rea in the team who reached the diamond level and over 7 grand a month inside a year. So these incomes are being made right now, but the key thing is, what does it take to actually achieve those incomes? What does it take to make it work for you? And I'm just going to go through a few things with you now, which hopefully will answer that question. The first one of which I believe is the following: Facebook advertising. And the reason why I say that will become clear as we go through this content. But there are many different ways of building the business, and it's certainly the case that lots of people have built the business without Facebook advertising. I believe the reasons we use Facebook are because it goes faster and more effectively to the people you actually are looking for in your business than any other mechanism. And just to recap, if you are brand new, you don't need to understand the intricacies of the compensation plan, but you do need to be aware of one really, really important bonus. There are 5 bonuses, but just to recap, there's one particular bonus which you get at the beginning of your business as soon as you start introducing people to doTERRA, the fast start bonus, and it will make all of your Facebook advertising self-funding. Now, there are 5 in total, but you just need to familiarize yourself with how the fast start bonus works. I'm not going to go into detail about that in this video, but if you introduce Sally, you get 20% of Sally's volume in the first 60 days. And if Sally introduces Mike, you get 10% of Mike's volume. And then if Mike introduces Claire, you get 5% of Claire's volume. But that makes it a very lucrative business from day one if you can find Sally. I'm now going to show you how you can find Sally. Next is, you should also in the beginning work closely with your upline on Zoom. You don't have to go on this journey on your own. In fact, it would be a foolish mistake to try to do it on your own, because we have a wealth of experience in the team, in your upline. We have people like Peter Rea, myself. You will have other upline leaders that will be able to guide you through the processes that you're going to see in a second. So don't do it on your own. Make sure you work closely with the person who introduced you and check in with them on a regular basis, and definitely start working your marketing inquiries with the person who introduced you. Do it together. Now, here's a quick snapshot of a current campaign that we're running. This is September 2019, and I don't want to get into all the detail, but basically you can see the cost per click is only 26 pence, and that basically translates to a cost per lead of about £1.20. We actually outsource this advertising campaign to a third party who runs the campaign for us because it saves a lot of time, and the cost per lead in September on average is about £1.20 per inquiry, which is incredible. And to give you an idea of how incredible that is, when I started in network marketing 20 years ago, it was more than £1.20. So the cost per lead is lower and the quality of the lead is infinitely better. Now, it's really interesting when we talk about advertising, we can target our advertising and our marketing in a number of different ways. The first way is geographically. So in this example, we've just been running a campaign in South Africa, but I do want you to understand, if you're new to our business or if you're in our team and you haven't used any Facebook advertising before, that we can target any country on the planet. We can target Australia, we can target Poland, we can target Russia, we can target Spain, Portugal, Germany, France, Canada, North America. So wherever, if you know people and you want to approach people about doTERRA, they can use these support systems wherever they are in the world. So we happen to be targeting South Africa, and the reason why we do that currently is because South Africa has just launched as a new market. It's a market of about 60 million people, and we can find people in South Africa who are interested in essential oils. So that's how we do it. Now I'll come back to that. We can also target by the age. We know that the doTERRA target market typically is women aged 30 plus. And so you'll see in this graphic here that the majority of the inquiries do come from ages 25 to 45 and up to about 55. But we can target any demographic we choose. It's really, really effective. We can also, you'll see, target by gender, and we are mainly in a business which is mainly done by women, but that doesn't mean that we necessarily would exclude men. We just happen to on this particular campaign. But again, there are different ways of targeting, and we're working at various different audiences at the moment, and there will be further developments on that in the very near future. But on this particular campaign that I'm showing you here, it was basically females from 25 years old and upwards in South Africa. You see that they usually access Facebook at different times of the day, but the peak times are about 8 o'clock in the evening, and most of them do that on mobile phones. But we can also target different aspects. The audience here in this campaign is people who have an interest in essential oils, but you'll see we've also included people that are involved with herbal life as well, because they have health and nutritional products. So it's a kind of a good match for the target audience that we're looking for. But we can change that, and we can target any audience that we choose. And you'll see also that we exclude people already in doTERRA. But that's just a snapshot really of how targeted marketing works. But what it produces is high quality inquiries, and there is an inherent interest in essential oils in all of the advertising leads that we generate. And what that means is that the leads are never dead. People join after a result of several exposures to different type of information. And if you get a lead in January, it doesn't mean they're not going to join the following March or June or 9 months later or even a year later. So the leads last, and they can be recontacted and reused. Now, we have some amazing tools that anybody can use to copy and work the system effectively. And I'm just going to start with WhatsApp. So we use WhatsApp. So we get the leads through Facebook, and then we use tools like WhatsApp, and we just follow up by sending them a simple message, and you can have good conversations with them. You can leave warm, friendly voice messages. You can send them reminders, and you will get responses. So you can start to build relationships with people, and then you can really develop the inquiry. So for example, you can send them to an automatic scheduler where they can book an introductory essential oils class automatically. So you don't need to spend time on the phone trying to arrange that. They book that themselves automatically, which is an amazing tool. You can get a scheduler with a website these days for 50 quid or less. And it's a really good tool to use in your business, because people just click on the date they want and the time that they want, and then you get an email notifying you that they've booked the appointment, and then you just follow up with them on WhatsApp, make sure they know how to get onto the call. Now, you can then develop leads. Sometimes people don't respond immediately. Sometimes they don't book the call immediately. They may need more information. So you can develop the leads on an ongoing basis by sending them little short video clips. So here's one I use about essential oils, which is a good kind of introductory video message, about 4 minutes long. And then we also send little clips about the video, about the business. This is a 3-minute video called Since We Last Met, about growth in Europe. Sometimes I send people that and I say, this is what's available, this is what's coming to your country, etc. So we can just send very simple little messages using the tools that are already in place. And the reason why I'm showing you this now is to say to you one thing and one thing only, and that is that anybody can use these tools. You don't have to have a degree to send someone a little message on WhatsApp saying, please watch this 5-minute video. It's really, really simple and easy to do, and it will just pique their interest and help them book onto a class, or even sometimes after a class, increase their interest. But usually I use these videos to develop the interest in the person who's inquired, to get them booked onto a class, and it's really, really effective. We also have some pretty incredible systems that you can use to give you a really good return on your investment. Now, I've talked about the Fast Start bonus. Make sure you understand how that works in detail, but we have group introductory essential oils classes every single day, and we didn't have that 2 years ago when we started. And when I think back even 2 years ago to what we had to do to get people enrolled into the business, it was way more work than it is now, and it was way more complicated than it is now. And if I think back further to 20 years ago when I started in network marketing, you wouldn't believe how difficult it was compared to the systems that we have in doTERRA in 2019 right now. We have amazing support systems, and it would be insane, it would be crazy for you not to take advantage of these systems. And one of the systems is we have introductory essential oils classes every single day of the week. So you can invite your inquiries, your leads, into those group classes, and we will do the classes for you. But remember, if you're working closely with your upline, they will also help you get the person enrolled into your business at the end of the class. So that means really all you have to do is get the leads, develop the leads by sending the simple messages, and then get people booked into Zoom classes. It's an amazing support system. But after that, after they join, we then have new team member induction group calls as well. And again, we can get people inducted effectively into the business, which will increase the return on your investment. If they're interested in building the business, which many of them will be, we then have strategic coaching and a strategy session at least once a week. So all of those systems are in place for you to build your business. And we didn't have anything like this 2 years ago. So I'm really excited because I know that the next 2 years, our business is going to grow far more quickly than it has even in the last 2 years. And we are one of the fastest growing teams in Europe. Now, this is urgent. The ad pool renews every 4 weeks, and I believe that you should either join the ad pool or start your own advertising campaign. And it doesn't really matter which, sometimes people do both. But South Africa is a new country, just launched, and there's never been a better time. You have a completely virgin market, a whole country to go at. So it's like a ground floor opportunity. So much of our marketing will be in South Africa because it produces very low cost inquiries and from people who are very seriously looking for ways of making more income. So it's a fantastic market to work now that it's fully operational, fully open. So I advise you to act urgently and join the ad pool now. The ad pool runs every 4 weeks and it's coming up for renewal in the next 7 days. So all you have to do, as I mentioned, is work closely with your upline. If you want to run your own campaigns, by the way, that's absolutely a really, really excellent idea. But lots of people take time to learn how to do that. And it's a good idea to have the ad pool because we do it all for you. Now, you can start small with 50 to 100 pounds a month, and 50 pounds at the moment will get you approximately 40 to 42 leads if you're advertising in the main South African pool. But remember, you can do it in any country in the world. So you can have leads in the UK, you can have leads in any country anywhere else, and you should maintain that level of investment. It will become self-funding through the fast start bonus as you become competent at the process, and you can then, as you rank advance and you make more money in the business, you can increase your investment as you increase your profitability. We also recommend that you follow up using the tools and the support systems that I've described, because it's crazy not to, because it basically gets the job done for you. And just keep working at it until you become competent at all of the different processes. Now, they're not complicated, they're not difficult, but sometimes people take maybe up to 3 months to get really good at all the different processes, and you will learn loads about essential oils, about business, and I recommend that you work closely with your upline, and you just have to then give it time. And if you give it time and you're learning and you're attending the weekly team call, which I recommend on Wednesdays at 8 o'clock if you're in the UK, and I recommend basically that you just keep doing that and go on a journey until you can master the basics of the business. You can join the ad pool by PayPal, and it's neilyoung595@sky.com. But if you have any questions, please come back to me. You can find me on Facebook, or speak to your upline and they will point you in the right direction. But there's never been a better time to invest in your business. In the next 2 years, you will see staggering amounts of money being made. And the ad pool is one system that we can use. Even if you're brand new in the business, brand new to essential oils, I guarantee you that if you do the things that I've outlined in this video, you will get massive returns on your investment. Thank you very much.